So today we got our first ride on the Michelin 5 rear tire. If you've not seen the video before this, we wound up getting a flat, an unexpected flat. We wound up swapping out the Michelin 2 for the Michelin 5. And today is going to be the first day we actually get to test it. Now the only problem is the roads are still full of salt. And there's an even bigger problem. I'm going to have to edit out a lot of the sound, because the wind was blowing over 40 miles an hour today. It was just a terrible wind noise day. But we did get to just a little under 100 miles on the tire before the day was over, and got to have a little bit of a feel for how it worked out and how it compares to the Michelin 2. And it was a very successful day. Now this morning it's up over 40 degrees already, so there's no doubt we are going to try to get a ride. This will be the first ride on the MT-09 with a Michelin 5, and unfortunately we did have two flats, and on the last video I discussed two flats in 5,000 miles. Really that's not true. It was two flats in 1,500 miles. But let's hope we get back without another flat tire. But this will be the first time. I'm new to Michelin 5s. I want to go gently, explore the handling possibilities, and the roads are still salty, so it'll be an interesting day. The Michelin 2s that I was previously using sold for about $150 to $160, the size for the MT-09. This tire is $215, so it's considerably more money, but supposedly the wet handling is a lot better, and I'm going to find out if it's better on salt. There's still plenty of salt on these roads, and it's that longevity is what I'm looking for. These tires are supposed to last a lot longer. Now, if you look close, you can see actually where they mold in the soft rubber and the hard rubber. There's a distinct line on the tire. It almost looks like the line you get from cornering, but it's not. This is the harder rubber, and this is the boy, you can feel it with your fingernail. So it's going to be an interesting test. I can't wait to get out on the open road. Just a little truth in advertising. I have always liked, especially for track days, I have always liked Michelin 2s. It's a great tire, I think, but what I want to try to do with the MT-09, since I intend to ride it a lot more, I'm hoping I can get the same or more grip and more longevity on that MT-09. And since we've had the chance to, in 5,000, it's actually 5,082 miles, we've had a Dunlop on the rear, we've had a Michelin 2 on the rear, and now we're going to have a Michelin 5. So we're starting to, pretty soon we're going to be experts. I don't want to be an expert on replacing tires, though. Now, the exception to the rule that I found was because I had gotten a set from Vlad of the Sport Demon Pirellis, and they worked so good on this bike that when I needed to replace them, I just replaced them with another set. And I'm really happy the way that worked out. They were great, but again, I'm not an expert on tires, but I do know when a motorcycle's handling good or not handling good. And the real test is going to be when this tire has a couple more thousand miles on it, hopefully even more. This is the original Dunlop that came with the motorcycle, and when I replace that with a Michelin 5, I'll have the complete set, and well, I guess I'll have a little more data in the database. And our Evil Twin project, we have Michelins of course, and the ones for the classic bikes, I have always liked them way more than anything else I've tried. But I am very prejudiced to Michelin because I've had such good luck with them on my vans and cars over the years. And motorcycles. And I've just come to like Michelin tires. I am prejudiced. And what I'm really looking for is a great tire that'll give me some good edge grip and last as long as practical when you have these kind of sport tires. But we're going to find out. I log everything in. I have a pretty good database on both on the R1. That's got 32,000. The GS has 72,000. We've got over 30 on the 650. And I've got all that tire information logged into my database. This will add to it today. And the sun is shining. Only one problem, we're going to have a lot of wind noise today. The wind is howling. And all our projects are drying up tomorrow. The weather's supposed to get really cold. We're going to try to use that opportunity to buff out Joe's parts, or some of them. And we have another couple days of working on a wheel, tire, assembly, the exhaust system test, It's going to be a busy springtime here in the shop. One final cup of coffee, we'll be headed out to the open road. Final check of the weather is no chance of rain, but high winds this afternoon, so we're going to have wind noise all day. The sun was beautifully bright, blue sky day. And we're off to the back roads, but look at that salt. You can't imagine how nice the roads are when the salt's not there. Some of the roads are crystal clear and some have that little coating of salt. And once we get through the populated areas, there's more salt than ever. But even a short ride on salty roads is worth it. This time of year, it's just so good just to get out of the house. And get really good and cold, and when you come home, that coffee tastes so good. I didn't see any other motorcycles out today. I owned the whole back road. But pretty soon the other bikers are going to start coming out of hibernation. And boy, do I love that quick shifter. I never get sick of that. And I'm trying to keep track of just how that tire feels relative to the two. And this tire handles an awful lot like the Michelin 2. And these back roads, boy, once we get off the main road, beautiful. And just being able to go through the gears without a lot of traffic in front of you, beautiful. But pretty soon all the summer riders are going to be coming out and we'll be seeing a lot of bikes on our back roads here. Nice little waterfall there, nice little piece of property. And pretty soon that snow's going to be gone, but it's not gone yet. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful day. Here on the real back roads, there's still a lot of salt though, and more snow there, look. Where does all that salt go once they're done with? The rain washes it away. And where does all that snow go? There's still big piles of snow. Oh, this day just played out so well. Just such a nice day. You just got to be careful. Sometime on the edges of the road, they're really slippery. But every ride, the roads are getting better than the one before. They're clearing up little by little. What we need is a really good rainstorm to wash some of that stuff off the roads. In the reviews, they said these tires are great in the rain, too. Not that that would matter a lot to me. I want them to grip on dry roads more than in wet roads. But little by little, I'm building up a little confidence in these tires, and they do feel good. But look at the roads. Look at the crap on the roads. Holy cow. And they were gripping pretty good, and that is slippery stuff there. Combination of dirt and salt. And some of the roads are just so nice and clean. And on the way home, I was just happy to have gotten a nice ride in. We had a heck of a ride today, but that wind was blowing. Holy mackerel. I'm probably going to have to edit out a lot of the wind noise if I can. I hope I can. So we got just a little less than 100 miles on the tire. It feels a lot like the Michelin 2s. It really feels grippy and predictable and everything. But we really didn't put it to the test. The test is going to be when these roads get a little bit nicer. Get rid of some of the salt, and of course I'm feeling it. Actually, the tire's pretty warm now. It's 40 degrees outside, and I wasn't really. Well, I don't know. Hope we didn't pick up any nails. You got to learn to laugh at that stuff. Anyway, this was a good initial test, and I'm really looking forward to the. Let's see how long it lasts in the real world. I log everything down. and we'll get a little more familiar with the edge grip when the roads get better. But it's right now it's a really good. I can't find anything about it I don't like. So that's basically the thing. And we're going to do more testing, just like with the Windslayer. Now today was a test. I almost have to throw away all the Canon footage because I don't have a Windslayer. And what's going to happen is I'm going to have to edit out the sound and do voiceovers. The wind was blowing. I was afraid it was going to blow the motorcycle over. And coming back on Route 80, I mean, it was like I'll bet it's more than 40-mile-an-hour gusts out there. Anyway, before I end the video, and it was a really good day. I always have a good day on this baby. And thank you, Karen. That was a wonderful birthday present. I want to thank the healthcare workers. I'm coming up on my shot very soon, Karen also, and then I hope we're going to be even more protected than we are. But thanks to the efforts of all the people that do that type of work and the essential workers, we made it through over a year of this pandemic virus. So just cross your fingers, that's all I can say. And again, thank you guys, I really do appreciate it. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope in the future you'll join us. Tomorrow is, I think, going to be the temperature's going to drop right down, so I'm going to try to finish up those Ducati parts tomorrow, and if I can, and get the wheel ready for the Evil Twin GS. And in a couple of weeks, the real riding season is going to be here, where you see other motorcycles on the road. Right now, the last couple of days, I didn't see any other motorcycles. Maybe Turbo Steve's out with Dale, they're the only ones. Anyway, hope you did enjoy the video, and thanks so much for watching. So we do try to post up something new every day, something exciting, something interesting, something relating to motorcycles, or our friends, or maybe even our enemies, I don't know. And we try to test new products, like this tire that we're just testing now. And sometimes we get flat tires, and sometimes we have incredibly great rides. Today was a really fun ride. The wind noise, I edited it out as much as I possibly could, but in the end, the wind usually wins. But that Windslayer, I'm so glad we did the test on that, because on the GoPro, that's been solved. And again, thank you, Turbo Steve. Made all the videos that much nicer. We love our MT-09. And I thank you guys so much for watching.